Okay, so you know that feeling, right? You're trying to lose fat, maybe build some muscle, and you want it gone, like, fast.
Yeah, you try the diets, the workouts.
Exactly, and it's just slow,
Yeah.
or it creeps back on, or you're just starving all the time. Super frustrating.
Right. Well, what if the source material we're looking at today,
Mm,
it claims to have, sound answers and serious solutions
okay.
developed over like 30 years of research, tested on over 1,200 people. It suggests a totally different way.
A different way, not just weight loss, but they call it killing fat. That sounds intense.
It does. And it's based on, well, some core science thermodynamics, but mixed with other things.
Right, so that's our mission for this deep dive then, to really get into how this program works, the science, maybe some surprising stuff,
Yeah.
and, what it actually takes.
Exactly. Let's unpack this, maybe starting with that core scientific principle.
Okay, lead the way. Where does the science start?
It goes right back to basics. The law of conservation of energy, thermodynamics.
Ugh, Einstein territory. Energy isn't created or destroyed, just changes form.
Precisely.
Mm.
And the source connects everything: heat, calories, fat, energy. It's all conserved. It presents it as this circle. Heat, calories equals fat, energy, heat.
It's all the same stuff, just different labels.
Yeah, different forms of energy. So for fat loss, it's got to be simple physics,
To
right?
heat out has to be more than heat in.
You got it. Heat out, heat in, you lose fat. Equal, you stay the same. Heat in, heat out, well, you gain fat.
Makes sense. It's just physics applied to us.
And calories are just the units we use to measure that heat energy.
Right, kilocalories, technically. How much heat to raise a liter of water by 1 degree C?
Exactly, which is why we measure food in calories. That's its potential heat.
Mhm.
Carbs, protein, about 4 calories per gram. Fat is denser, about 9.
The examples really drive it home, like an egg, maybe 92 calories, a banana, 93. Pretty similar.
But then you look at, say, 4 Chick-fil-A strips.
Whoa, 470 calories. That's a jump.
Huge jump. And to burn that off, a 180-pound guy lifting weights for an hour burns about 490. It shows the difference between energy in and energy out.
Really highlights the density of some foods versus the effort to burn it.
It does. You eat the heat, you burn the heat. Simple concept.
So how does the fat we store fit into this? That's stored heat too.
Essentially, yeah. Stored energy, about 219 calories per ounce of fat.
Okay, so a pound of fat is, carry the one,
Well,
around 3,500 calories.
roughly, yes. And this is fascinating, the source cites research on how it leaves. When you lose, say, 20 pounds of fat,
Yeah. Where does it go?
get this, 16.8 pounds of it gets exhaled as carbon dioxide, warm CO2.
Wait, really? You breathe out most of the fat.
Mostly. The other 3.2 pounds comes out as warm water, urine, sweat.
That is genuinely mind-blowing. You're literally breathing it away.
Changes how you think about burning fat, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So this is where the program claims something pretty big, right? Compared to typical results.
Exactly. Traditional advice, cut calories a bit, move more, usually gets you maybe 1 pound of fat loss a week.
Yeah. So 20 pounds takes 20 weeks, 5 months. That sounds familiar.
Right. But this program, the source claims an average of 4 pounds of fat loss per week in their tests.
4 pounds a week. So that 20 pounds, that's just 5 weeks. Or they say 32 pounds in 8 weeks.
That's the claim. 4 times faster in less time.
Okay, hold on. 4 times faster. That's where you start wondering how. If thermodynamics is just energy out, how do you quadruple the speed?
Ah, that's the magic word according to the source. Thermodynamic synergy.
Synergy, okay.
Meaning it's not just one thing, it's multiple factors working together where the total effect is way more than just adding up the parts.
Like 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 4, it equals
Yeah.
or 10.
Exactly. The combination multiplies the effect. It's not just calories in, out. It's about optimizing several things at once to maximize that heat out.
Got it. So it's a system, not just one trick. What are the components then?
Let's dive in. Component 1 is the eating plan. And this one might surprise you. It says, welcome back carbs.
Okay, yeah, that definitely goes against the grain of a lot of popular diets right now. A carb-rich plan, like 50% carbs.
50% yes. And the source makes a strong case for why. Carbs are the body's preferred fuel. Glucose is essential.
For the brain, nervous system.
Right.
Red blood cells too, right? They can't really run on fat.
Exactly. And carbs are protein sparing, meaning your body uses carbs for energy first, so protein can do its job, building muscle, repairing tissue.
Instead of being burned for fuel.
Okay. Plus, carbs are needed for hydration, hydrated carbon. The source says you need at least 130 grams a day just for basic health.
That anecdote about Dr. Schendel in Africa, the simple sugar, water, butter mush saving starving kids, that really hits home the basic need for carb energy.
It really does. It grounds the science in basic human needs.
So carbs are in. What about how you eat them? 6 small meals.
Yes, 6 small meals a day.
Yeah.
And small is defined. 400 calories max for women, 500 for men.
Why so small and frequent?
The idea is to keep insulin levels more stable. Big meals can cause big insulin spikes, and insulin is described as a pro-fat hormone.
So smaller meals, smaller insulin response, potentially better for fat loss.
That's the theory presented. Less push towards fat storage.
And the total calories change over time.
Yep, a gradual step down over 6 weeks. Women go 1,400, then 1,300, then 1,200. Men, 1,600, 1,500, 1,400.
Why decrease it?
To keep the metabolism from adapting and slowing down too much, a gradual change.
What about the actual foods? I saw something about frozen meals.
Yeah, for the first couple of weeks, they actually recommend using things like lean cuisine or Michelinas.
Really? Why?
Simplicity and portion control takes the guesswork out. Makes it easy to hit those calorie targets initially.
Okay, that makes sense for starting out. Then you move to recipes.
Exactly. They provide recipes later, like a tuna bean delight or turkey meatball soup, still focused on hitting the numbers, reading labels, maybe substituting if needed.
It also tackles some common food beliefs head on, like processed foods.
Right. It argues they aren't inherently evil. Moderation, variety are key, and that the U.S. food supply is generally safe and abundant.
And sugar addiction.
It pushes back on that, too. Says cravings are often evolutionary drives for dense calories, not like alcohol addiction. And junk food is really about eating too much of anything.
So it's about managing quantities and using carbs wisely, not demonizing food groups. Any other quick eating tips?
Several good ones. Don't skip meals. Especially breakfast tends to make you overeat later.
Drink lots of water.
Yes. Superhydrate. Fights false hunger. Helps digestion. Cut back on salt to avoid bloat.
Slow down eating.
Yeah. Swallow less air. Feel full sooner. And drop the gum and fizzy drinks more air, more bloat.
Play off the booze.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Empty calories, bloat, messes with digestion. And aim for a medium dinner, maybe a small late snack for better sleep. Sleep's another component we'll get to.
Okay, that eating plan seems surprisingly manageable, actually, especially with carbs allowed. What's component number 2 for this synergy?
Component 2 is the workout. Negative accentuated strength training.
Negative accentuated. Okay, sounds intense. How often?
Get this. Initially, just twice a week, like Monday and Thursday.
Twice. And how long are the workouts?
Super short. Around 25 minutes, maybe less.
Yeah.
Just 6 to 10 exercises and only 1 set per exercise.
One set, twice a week. That sounds really minimal compared to what you usually hear. How can that be effective? And what's the negative part?
The negative is the key. It focuses on the lowering phase of the lift, the eccentric contraction.
The part where you're resisting gravity.
Exactly. And research, like Arthur Jones's work cited here, found we're much stronger in that phase, maybe 40% stronger.
Okay. So you focus on lowering the weight slowly.
Extremely slowly. The main technique is called 30-10-30.
30-10-30, meaning?
You lower the weight for a full 30 seconds, super controlled, then immediately do 10 reps at normal speed, then finish with another 30-second negative.
Wow, that sounds brutal, 30 seconds lowering.
It is. They say you might start with 20-10-20 and build up. There's even a negative-only option, aiming for just 1 rep that takes 60 seconds to lower.
60 seconds?
Yeah.
Just lowering at once. Why this incredibly intense, low-frequency approach? How does that kill fat?
It's about the depth of stimulation. This deep eccentric overload creates a bigger inroad into your muscle's strength reserves.
A bigger signal to the body.
A much bigger signal. It triggers a powerful release of anabolic hormones, growth hormone, IGF, others. These are crucial for both building muscle and mobilizing fat.
Ah, so it's the intensity of that single set, especially the negative, that kicks off the fat loss and muscle gain hormones.
Precisely. The source points to a meta-analysis showing negative training is superior for size and strength gains compared to just focusing on lifting. Building muscle isn't separate. It's called a necessary part of the overall solution.
Even with training just twice a week.
The intensity makes up for the low frequency. The source advises using a clock or a spotter for timing those negatives. Accuracy matters.
And expect to be sore, I bet.
Oh yeah. Muscle soreness is expected, a sign of adaptation. But distinguish that from joint pain, that's a stop signal.
And frequency might even decrease further.
As you get stronger, yes. Maybe 3 times every 2 weeks, or even just once a week eventually. The idea isn't more training, it's better, harder training.
Okay, intense, infrequent, negative-focused training. Got it. That leads naturally to the next piece, connecting muscle to metabolism.
Component 3, muscles, metabolism, and heat transfer. This really ties the workout back to the thermodynamic core.
Right, so building muscle, how much does that actually boost your metabolism?
Quite a bit, according to the source. Muscle is very active tissue. 1 pound of muscle is estimated to burn around 37.5 calories a day just existing.
Compared to fat, which burns.
Almost nothing. Maybe 2 calories per pound per day. Big difference.
So adding muscle is like turning up your body's furnace, burning more calories, 247.
Exactly. It increases your basal metabolic rate. And the muscle gains reported in the program are significant.
What were those numbers again?
Women averaged 5 pounds of muscle in 6 weeks. Men averaged 8.83 pounds in that time.
Wow. And there were some outliers.
Yeah, people like Jordan Rappaport gaining over 21 pounds in 6 weeks, or Chris Mederi, 30 pounds over a year. It highlights that building muscle while losing fat is key to this whole process.
It's not one or the other, it's both together.
Right. And then there's the heat transfer aspect. Muscles generate heat when worked.
Because they're full of blood vessels.
Supervascular. Intense work pumps blood in, heats the muscle up. That heat needs to escape.
Through the skin.
Primarily. And as you lose that layer of fat under the skin, the blood vessels become more superficial. Your skin gets better at radiating heat away.
Skin, our biggest organ, right? Huge surface area.
23 square feet. Critical for cooling via radiation, evaporation, convection, conduction. The source even muses that taller people might lose fat easier just because they have more skin surface area.
Interesting thought. So, intense training builds muscle. Muscle boosts metabolism and generates heat. Leaner body releases heat better. It all fits the heat out idea. What's number 4?
Number 4, flips the script on heat. Cold exposure.
Cold. How does getting cold help kill fat?
It's about activating a specific type of fat tissue, brown fat.
Brown fat, I've heard of that. Different from regular white fat.
Very different. White fat mostly stores calories. Brown fat's job is to burn calories rapidly to generate heat. And the source mentions cold can even make white fat behave more like brown fat, turn it beige.
Okay, so how do you switch on this brown or beige fat?
Get cold. Studies cited show just sitting in a cool room like 63, 66 degrees F can burn an extra 100 to nearly 300 calories daily.
Just from being a bit chilly.
Yep. Or targeted cold, sticking your feet in ice water, apparently boosted brown fat activity 15 times in one study.
15 times, wow.
Exercising in cool temps, say 64F or lower with skin exposed, also works. Even just sleeping cool or setting the thermostat to 66F can increase your overnight metabolism.
So small changes in temperature can make a difference in calorie burn. Fascinating.
It's another way to increase heat out. And brown fat might help with blood sugar, too. Interestingly, the source notes that the recommended high-carb, low-fat diet actually helps brown fat activity.
While low-carb, high-fat might hinder it.
That's what's suggested. Also mentions orsolic acid found in apple skins, berries, prunes might boost brown fat and muscle.
And they even suggest the more extreme cold plunge.
They do. It's presented as potent, if challenging. An example is given of someone losing 20 pounds in 3 weeks using it 5 times a week. Recommended temp is chilly, 52, 54F.
Definitely a commitment, but potentially powerful for heat generation. Okay, we've got diet, training, muscle heat, cold. What's the last piece of the synergy puzzle?
The 5th component, and maybe the most overlooked, rest and sleep.
Sleep. How does more sleep help you lose fat? Seems like you'd burn fewer calories being unconscious.
But that's the crucial point the source makes. It's backed by research. One study found people on the same diet lost way more fat when sleeping 8.5 hours versus 5.5 hours.
More fat loss just from more sleep.
Less sleep seems to signal your body to conserve energy, slowing metabolism. The source estimates just 3 extra hours of sleep could burn around 400 more calories a day simply by optimizing metabolic function.
400 calories, that's significant, just from sleeping more.
Puts recovery in perspective, doesn't it? And sleep is absolutely vital for muscle growth. Over 90% happens during sleep, especially deep sleep.
And the intense training helps you get that deep sleep.
Exactly. The training creates the fatigue, which drives the need for rest and deep sleep, where hormones like growth hormone do their repair work.
What about naps?
Recommended. A 30-minute afternoon nap is part of the plan. It can also boost growth hormone, helping recovery. They mention athletes using naps for performance.
Right, and lack of sleep. Not good.
Linked to all sorts of issues. High blood pressure, depression, weight gain, poor performance, messed up appetite hormones like leptin.
So the advice is serious. 8.5 to 10 hours a night. Take it easy on rest days. Take a nap.
And the example of Shane Poole gaining almost 20 pounds of muscle in 6 weeks while sleeping 10 hours plus naps, it really underscores sleep's role.
It's not downtime, it's active recovery and rebuilding time.
Absolutely essential for the whole system to work.
Okay, wow. So the 5 pillars: carb-focused eating, intense negative training, muscle metabolism, heat, cold exposure, and deep rest sleep. That's the thermodynamic synergy. How do you actually do this and make it stick?
Starts with mindset. Get serious, trust the plan, and try to be happy about it. The source stresses, the fast results help keep you motivated. And focus on FAT loss, not just weight.
Preparation seems key too. Doctor first.
Absolutely critical. Get medical clearance. The source lists contraindications, pregnancies, certain diseases, diabetes, etc. Safety first.
Find a buddy, track progress.
Yeah, support helps. And measurements, girth measurements, photos are vital. They prove you're losing fat, not just water or muscle.
That arm measurement thing. Relaxed versus contracted.
It's offered as one simple way to see fat shrinking and muscle definition improving. Like the Casey Vidor example. Using metrics guarantees the lost weight is fat, and plan meals ahead.
What kind of results are realistic, according to the source?
They set the bar high. Some lost 15 pounds fat, 3.5 inches off the waist in just 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Wow.
Up to 40 pounds fat loss in 6 weeks was achieved by some men. They share examples like Jennifer Stansfield, 17.8 pounds fat, 4.6 inches off her waist in 6 weeks. The Haystay brothers lost nearly 79 pounds combined.
Yeah.
Rapid results are possible if the synergy clicks.
Huge numbers, but people will hit roadblocks. Hunger, skepticism, stubborn fat.
Addresses all that. False hunger is just appetite, drink water, stay busy, ignore the doubters. Training how often? Let results talk.
And the stubborn spots.
Yeah.
Love handles.
Genetics rule where fat comes off last. First on, last off. Love handles might take time, maybe 30 weeks, but persistence pays off. Spot reduction is a myth, but overall fat loss eventually gets there. Key advice: don't quit. Learn from slips, keep a diary, eat fiber, cut stress. Get a dog, laugh more.
It even tackles the 95% failure stat for diets.
Argues that stat comes from old studies lacking behavior change, support, accountability, follow-up things this program demands. Failure often stems from missing those pieces. This needs discipline.
So making it permanent, that over-learning idea.
Yeah, making habits automatic takes maybe 21 days for a pattern, but nearer 100 consecutive days for it to become second nature, maybe even 200. Storm Roberts, losing 65 pounds over 105 days, is the example of that sustained practice.
It just becomes how you live. What are the maintenance guidelines then?
Keep doing the core things. Strength train 1-2 times a week. Keep super hydrating gallon of water daily. Prioritize that 8.5 10-hour sleep. Continue planned eating based on the principles. It's about staying vigilant and maintaining that synergy.
Okay, so wrapping this deep dive up, the power here, according to the source, is that thermodynamic synergy. It's not one magic bullet.
No, it's the specific combination. The diet, the unique training, boosting muscle metabolism, using cold, prioritizing rest, all working together.
Attacking heat out from multiple angles for a multiplied effect. And the goal isn't just weight loss.
It's killing fat, changing your body composition, your metabolism, for good.
The source says, be aware, vigilant, unyielding. Practice it until it's lifestyle.
Exactly.
So here's a final thought spurred by the source material for you to consider. Think about fat leaving your body as heat. The source uses this analogy. It's like a misbehaving dog you put outside. It wants back in. You don't lose fat permanently like it vanishes. You transfer its energy out. Keeping it out means constantly managing the conditions, maintaining that thermodynamic synergy. So, thinking about everything we've discussed, what's the one daily habit from this program you'd focus on first to help keep that fat dog outside?
That's a powerful way to frame it. Definitely something to mull over. Thanks for exploring this with me.
Always fascinating. Until next time.